Hello everyone and welcome back. Looking at this very beautiful game in the, well, early modern era. Not for too long anymore, I think, because we are coming close with 3 more stars, so we can push for the next era there soon. We're still in the process of colonization. We have found this pretty big, well, independent city over there. Lucky us, they are peaceful. Also, we are building up some influence with them already, so I'm hoping that there is going to be a peaceful outcome here. I'm still continuing now with some more exploration into this whole area there, so into this one there, because there's still lots of area that we haven't discovered yet, and we're still looking for that saltpeter deposit. Now, the same thing I should do in Amsterdam. Amsterdam only has 1 attached territory. There is this attached territory star, so I do need 1 more in order to get this one. And we still have some fogs over there, plus I have a rider, so let's just get over there and find us that additional attachment that we can then use. And those riders have enough movement points to do this as quickly as possible. Off they go for some more thingies. The next research is coming along as well. And yeah, well, money and influence-wise, it's looking rather good. I would like to raise my city cap, though. We are doing the chartered companies for now, and then we might just have a look at something that improves that. I think we also still have that civic available somewhere that would give us that additional city cap that we can have then. Colonization, we'll see about that. Another thing that I haven't done for quite some time now is building a monument or a wonder, and we should definitely do this now. So the Taj Mahal gives me that stability, money on com cities, and 50 signs on cultural wonders in addition to everything else. And I really would like to have something like that. We do need to have a river for that. We do have quite a lot of river tiles there for Paris. I might also just build it in Aachen, really, to have also a nice big monument then in this area. And as we can see, we do have some rivers there. Do we have a prominent location for this? There might be something here, but it could take away tiles from the districts there. Certainly not something that we could afford. There is actually a spring, right, where we could have this one. Let's start building it then as well. Takes 56 turns, but of course, we could have other cities joining this whole endeavor, like Paris. Oh, that's pretty big. Nock, Munich, Worms, Amsterdam, Rotterdam. Oh, even the New World cities can join. And then it would only take 12 turns. The New World cities I would like to leave alone for now. But the other cities can all join in this grand endeavor. So it doesn't really take that long. We've also finished the chartered companies now. So that's another nice bonus that we get. Or another nice infrastructure. And also that science point that we just needed. Let's have a quick look at our tech tree there real quick. So the patronage is something that I was eyeing. But what I'm really eyeing here is the line infantry, because this one is an infantry that doesn't need saltpeter, right? Since it's pretty hard for us to get this, I rather focus going down this route. So the flintlock is going to be my next one. This unlocks another unit that I can't build, unfortunately. But it opens up those trees here, especially once I'm in the industrial era, which is my next one, right? So we're going to reach that now pretty soon, and then I can actually go down this route. Let's continue. We can have another outpost for Amsterdam now. There's an iron deposit there that's going to help us a bit. This is just looking really fantastic there. Gotta say that. Beautiful, really, with those mountains. It's just looking really epic overall. Let's get this one out there, because it's just a suitable location for it overall. Also, that iron becomes our iron then, and my troops can still continue. So we can, we can still have another attachment to Amsterdam before it becomes too expensive that we should be using. Amsterdam, in the meantime, is actually without any queue that we could use here. So let's just have a look around. 700 coin. It has that industry, right? And please push more into money there. It's what you're here for, after all. Yep, we could just push more market quarters or a settler for that additional colony that we could then have over there, or down here in the south. Now let's have the market quarter for now. The adjacency bonuses here at the market are just too big. It's beautiful. And then we might just have a look at another settler. Another city is not within our reach for now anyway. Next turn, we are already past 300 turns. That means we are now reaching the mid-game of this Let's Play.
30 farmers' quarters. The only thing more impressive than that are the citizens' waistlines.
And just, I got that pun. And just look at how many stars would be available to us pretty soon now. That's interesting, that's interesting. I'm still a bit scared from the culture choices that we're going to have then. Plus, we should make sure that we have the VOC warehouse then here, right? Without that, It's going to be pretty useless. So VOC warehouse, where do we have it? There we have it. Once we finish that market quarter, because we need to finish this before we change the culture again. It's incredible. Nothing. Nothing at all. There's some naval battle up there. We also found another curiosity. There's Saltpeter. Where are we? Oh my goodness, we're at the other end of the world, but it might just be worth it. It might just be worth it to get a settler over there. This is one big road. It might be something. It's so far away. Nothing. Nothing. There's still some time still, right? So, or some place still. There is saffron. As beautiful as it is, as useless as this whole territory is for us. Influence on the main plaza. Yes, we can. We can do this one actually.
An ideology axis isn't extremist.
To keep our ideology axis
Think
intact.
of it as being focused, yes? Very goal-oriented.
Still 12 more turns for our monument, for our wonder. And here I would like to go ahead now and have a look down here in this one. Please, somewhere has to be. Once again, they're fighting, and this time we're going to lose this ship. I don't even need to try it. There is no chance for that. The comet is coming. A great comet streaks through the heavens, stirring awe in all those who witness its iridescent passage. Your most obsequious underlings immediately hail it as a symbol of your growing repute and magnificence. An astute astrologer, however, discerns that this is no new phenomenon. The exact same comet has been observed several times in recent centuries. Whatever its origin, the singular astral spectacle must have an everlasting name bestowed upon it. Vanity, acknowledgement, genuflection. This one brings us what tradition away from that learning. Okay, this 20 science is really not that big of a deal. No, but I'm going with that to stay at my ideology axis, as they say.
Of all the epithets other empires may use for you,
and by the way, to also boost here a bit my wonder building, I might now add Amsterdam to it. Or what we could also do is I could just move a few of those guys over into the industry sector to perhaps speed it up a bit, but I don't think this is going to do much. Nope, it's not. Let's just keep them over there. Produce us that science that we need. Nothing else that we could do here. Another civic osmosis for the legitimacy. This would actually be worth it because it gives me the attachment reduction, and we are attaching quite a few things.
Reaching the end of an ideology axis.
So let's go for that.
Extremist.
I'm also still continuing here.
Focused,
we had
yes?
the option
Very
for this whole territory. Unfortunately, it does not have saltpeter. I still have the option down here to find something, but to be honest, I'm a bit pessimistic about this whole thing. Also here, we're trying it still, right? Finding something, but I think it's better to just focus on that line infantry unit as quickly as possible, so we don't need saltpeter anymore. That might just be what we need. A few more strategic resources are coming up with Rotterdam now, that we can use them in our empire. And I think this one is now ready for attachment, giving us another star. And there it is. One more star is needed, and that's another district that we need to build, and that is in the next turn. So, ladies and gents, we are close to the next era. There is still only this unknown strategic resource. There's still something over there. The English have reached the medieval era. Alright, that's a bit far away there, really. We've also discovered no, not we. Oh yeah, we.
A few billion organisms manage to cooperate.
Discovered the Great Barrier Reef there. In this area. That would be a nice bonus, I reckon. And the Builder Star. That means we can now advance to the next era. I'm not doing this one though now, because we still need to finish that VOC warehouse in Rotterdam. There it is, the 40 coin that we need. Let's push this one first. Takes 4 turns, really. Perhaps we can speed it up by 3. Unfortunately, I can't do this. Ah, yeah, very good. So with that, we can actually do it a bit. I do need that. That's 40 coin per turn. And here we continue. So I can't do it for now, even though there might be... Oh, some have been taken already. The Mexicans and the Zulu. We do have some other ones still available. The Germans are available. Very good for industry. The coking works. The French for science on all cities, really good. The British for money. And the Austro-Hungarians for influence and stability. Difficult choice. For now, not my priority though. What do we have here? It would not even cost me that much to get us a new settlement, a new outpost out there. And over here... Enter new era. Remind me later, please. I've given up. I've given up by now for the saltpeter. It's useless. There is nothing really to be gained other than frustration. I mean, this is a bit... It seems a bit strange, really, for such a big game, right? We have so much landmass. There's one saltpeter, right? It's such an important resource in the early modern era and early industrial era. And there's just one. So this doesn't seem quite balanced to me. They really would have to tweak those numbers. There is something. There is saltpeter. Alright. It's in this territory. It is realistic to have this as an attachment. It would be the 4th attachment to the city of Rotterdam. But that's it. Flintlock has been researched. Right, there we have it. Ah yeah. Alright, just when I was, you know, contemplating about it. Another science point that we also need to choose with... let's go for the science infrastructure projects there. I think this is the best option that we have. It also brings us then towards the steam engine. And down here we have then the line infantry available at some point. And the next era star that we finish there. And then also the influence star would be close by as well. Oh, we finished the VOC warehouse. That was quick. Why did we finish it so quickly? Perfect. It seems like all the people that I assigned to industry, it weren't accounted for correctly, and it accounted itself then in the next turn, and thus we have finished it in an instant. So the VOC warehouse, the last one has been built. We already have one here now working for us, and we have them all here on that side. So now it's safe to really move on to the next era. And yeah, since I want to go with a bit of science in this playthrough, we're going with the French here. The 10% science on all cities is just really good, as we do have quite a few cities that are specializing completely into science. Also the exhibition hall as our next big one. So financial situation is now really fine, I think, also for bigger armies, right? That was the legacy of the Dutch, and now we are looking for a good legacy of science. This is, after all, still not the last era, right? So the final civilization is still about to happen. The French is going to help us now in the Age of Enlightenment, more or less, in the industrial era, and here then also with our science. So let's go for French, my first time. Boom. Nothing happens that much yet, only in the next turn, but we have chosen. The Air Japanese forgave a grievance, oppressing my people. Alright, science osmosis event. We have used this one. We are still on the way to movable typeface. And that's pretty much it, I think. Down here we still have our units. There's nothing really useful there anymore. Of course, it's all going to be nice territory for us. So, interesting tiles there that we could use. Probably here another city. That's totally possible. Thanks to also having some territory around it, right? And still some strategic resources then that we might find there. And I'm hoping that we at least do get some oil. Right, at least some oil might be very much appreciated then for everything to come. Now Rotterdam builds the artisan quarter, is going to have some stability problems then at some point. So a commons quarters over there is useful, but I think also pretty useful would be some troops, as in the halberdiers. I would rather wait on full troop building until I have the line infantry, to be honest, or the saltpeter. Either way, both of it is still going to take some time.
The world
French.
gets larger, the cities expand. Buildings reach higher and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands. Towns congest and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future. Though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink. Born in the great era of Enlightenment revolutions, will the French live up to their best, or launch another round of terrors?
Alright, and with that we are entering now the mid-game finally. It's getting really complex now with all those cities to manage. But we are of course trying our best here to finish that tech tree as well. Gotten another pop, very good. And Culture Chosen, a new chapter has been unfolded for us. Also, only one more turn for the Taj Mahal. Can we actually claim something? Yeah, the Eiffel Tower would be available still, I think. But we need to finish our current project first. For Amsterdam, my money powerhouse there more or less, right? Let's just have a look at what we could do here. I could probably go with some maker quarters over there. Some additional market quarters. Boy, we could really have something nice going on there. But iron would be available down here, so let's build that in our artisan quarter to finish this one. Shell project doesn't make any more sense anymore because we basically finished it anyway. So I would like to go ahead and have some maker quarters now, really, since industry is rather low for Amsterdam at the moment. So 2 districts for that might be fine. And let's end this one and finish the Taj Mahal. And now we can claim a new wonder there as well.
Is indeed a stunning mausoleum. If you want to be together forever, it's hard to choose a nicer place.
Perfect. So there we have it. That gives me some stability, some science and food bonuses out of it. And of course, my cities profit from that. We do have now our most important cities with high stability. That's pretty good to see. And my overall empire stability is at 92, which is just very good as well. So this makes it a very stable empire. And as we can see, my money is going through the roof there right now. We definitely do need some more trade routes. Now for the monuments. Most of them have been claimed, which is strange. We still have the Statue of Liberty. That gives me on the Empire plus 10 money per number of territories in your sphere of influence. Plus 10 science per number. Oh, this seems pretty powerful. And the other one is the Eiffel Tower. Plus 1 industry per population on all cities. Which is extremely powerful as well, since also industry is going to play a major role. I think we're going with the Eiffel Tower in this case here. Claim this wonder. And it just fits as well since we are the French, right? Getting this one done is important. Going to take some time though. I might use this to build a few more maker quarters here, especially in Paris, in the city of Paris, so that we have those adjacency bonuses that we can then use, and we should be using that. For Paris, Paris is still a rather small city compared to my other bigger ones, right? Like Aachen here, that is pretty much merging into quite the town there. There is only one more tile that's missing. Right, and then we would have merged those 2 territories there for good. There's still something, yeah, we could still go for one of these outposts there now, or we just wait for a settler really. Rotterdam has nothing here right now going on, so we might just push for a settler. But I don't have that city limit. But it's going to be fine to have the settler ready for once we have everything then in store, right? Exhibition Hall is our latest project now with the French that we can go with, so that is our science booster. Though Rotterdam is not so much for science, rather for industry and money, of course. Let's go ahead and have some mega quarters done. 2 more over there for this beautiful bonus that we get out of it. And then a bit more market quarters, most likely. In Worms, we have a new civic that we could choose. We are way too low on the influence though, so I'm not going to try that. And Worms, on the other hand, still would need something. We are going to head and have the maker quarter for the plus 19. Another one right next to it. And then the exhibition center should be possible. Unfortunately, we don't have any... Oh, plus 1 science per population. And plus 5 science on a research quarter. So we can build it on top of a research quarter. Let's do this. Some more battles down here. Oh my goodness. Someone has the C majority down here. And I definitely don't want to challenge that. Now, Rotterdam here, we could now attach this territory with the saltpeter on it. And with that, we could push out some good units then finally, because I would love that. On the other hand, the line infantry, how far is it still away? Together with the cuirassiers, another special unit that we have with the French, it's not that far away anymore. Is it 2 here? So that's... It's on the second... we're finishing this in 1 turn. That's 12 turns. And that's 26 turns that it's still away. I think we can handle that. Especially if I push a bit more science in the meantime. Munich is generating almost 600 coin now per turn. And it's not going to stop here. Stability-wise, it's fine. Do we have something to boost that? We should be having something to boost that. +2 money for each trader. That's a minor one. I think another another district makes just sense here. Coming together now with Nock here, which has the Science Osmosis. And I'm about to lose my next ship over there, I think. Oh, the Mongols. The Mongols have saltpeter now as well. And look at where it is. It's right in front of my own territory there. Over here with Assur. This is interesting though. Very, very interesting. With that, we can start our military expansion sooner than I thought. Let's purchase this one. 3,000. Yes, it's expensive, but it's going to be worth it. And with the saltpeter, we now have the option of upgrading then our troops finally to musketmen. Very important. And we can also start some serious training now with that as well. Looking forward to that. The Zulu have discovered something. The people, the coconut, your civilization benefits. Another osmosis event that we have over there. We do get the +1 combat strength on units. Let's take this one. Also, should we not be able to upgrade now? Oh, we need 2. We have only +1. But training it should be possible. Yes, we can train them at least. So that's something. Right, I would like to train them from now on. In Aachen, let's train 3. We need some units there. And in Paris, I'm also going to do the same thing. Some stronger forces overall coming in then. Unfortunately, yeah, those guys here still want, the Mexicans still don't want to trade with us at all. So there's just nothing going to happen here with them anymore. They're still really, really angry at us. Even though it's been ages and we're not even the same culture anymore, right? We have the second saltpeter over here though, right? And this is something I can do. Let's attach it despite the cost and let's build the saltpeter mine on it. There we go. We also have the copper mine, by the way, here that we should get to our empire there. Yeah, and let's move them actually to the front. This one here to the front and then the copper mine. I think this is more important as it gives me some nice industry bonus there as well. And with that, finally, we have 2 saltpeter in our empire. How very, very important that is. A bit late, perhaps. But other than that, now we can start some real army pushing. Stay tuned.